Welcome back to part 2 of the Liu Bei Western campaign, where we are going to shake things up by trying to take out Liang and Shui before we make our way into the Central Plains. So rather than the standard Liu Bei campaign where you are getting into quick battles with Cao Cao and Liu Bei and you form this amalgamation of a superpower, we are going the slow route. It's more of a, I won't call it a challenge run, but an alternative take. Maybe we'll get some new officers that we don't play around with that often. Perhaps we'll use some officers that I occasionally use to a better capacity. Potentially looking at you, Ma Teng. But for now, before we get ahead of ourselves, we need to survive. And I've been given some thought as to how I best do this from here, because I am inevitably going to be fighting Cao Cao's strongest, and he will only increase in power as the scenario goes on. I don't think Yuan Shao is going to be able to clean up against Cao Cao. I doubt he'll even be able to take out Gongsun Zan before the events take place, so we are more or less on our own. And while Luoyang is fairly secure, it is also a prison of sorts. I can't get out. They can get in through the Hulao gate. I don't like defending the Hulao gate because of the attrition you take as the AI bashes against the gate, sets it on fire, your troops whittle away. I don't think that's an optimal way to play on extreme difficulty where your troop recruitment is quite low. So I've given this some thought and I have an idea. So my army in Luoyang at the moment, before I send off Liu Bei and friends over to Chang'an, as I forget the name of Zhang Liao and Kaohsiung, I will show you this army I intend to use and explain what they do. So, as we go here, this is, I think, like a traditional front to back formation for fighting against Cao Cao, and it'll most certainly do the job for now. I'll pause and cut back in a second. Okay, I kinda messed this up by only having 1,000 troops with Liu Ji, but for the example, it will work anyway. So I've got Xu Huang, Liu Ji, and Zhu Zhen. Xu Huang has no confidants, though he does benefit from Du Shi supportive trait. Liu Ji and Zhu Zhen are confidants of each other. So you'll notice here, Liu Ji is actually slightly stronger than Xu Huang, even if they only have 1,000 troops each. But what I can do is I've sent Liu Bei over to Chang'an. Okay, cut back in one more turn. Okay, so now that I have the gold and Liu Bei in the right place, what I can do is I can make these 3 sworn siblings, and there is one massive drawback from this, and that drawback is that their lifespan is very low. Liu Ji and Zhu Zhen will die within the next 2 years, if maybe not sooner. There is one life extension item, so I can choose to keep either Zhu Zhen or Liu Ji alive. I'll of course pick Liu Ji for that, but I need the power now, so I am going to sacrifice Xu Huang's potential in the future by giving him 2 sworn brothers in the now. So we saw up from he had about 1,000 assault and defense. Now with the additional boosts from his 2 sworn brothers, he's up to 1,200. Liu Ji slightly less, Zhu Zhen 1,200 assault. All very good. However, I do need to retreat back into the city and redeploy because there is an army coming my way. Okay, we are back with more troops. I've put more troops in my frontline units because those are what's he doing? Those are the units that will take more damage, so having more troops means more defense, means less damage. And of course, inversely, Zhu Zhen, he'll do less damage, but he's not taking any damage at all, so I'm not massively worried about that. And I think Man Chong, as long as there's no reinforcements on the way, will take the decision to retreat back into the gate. No, he doesn't, and he chooses instead to set us on fire. And of course, another reason for tactics, or Sworn Brotherhood, is linked tactics we can do now. Liu Ji, okay. Liu Bei is uniting against me, that is okay. What I wanted to say is that Liu Ji's unique tactic Positional advantage, it's called. It is a miniature version of Cao Cao's unique tactic. It buffs his stats and reduces the morale of enemy units, or at least one enemy unit it targets. So you see here, Liu Bei with his 2000 assault and defense is immense. Xu Huang's tactic does AoE damage based on his strength, but also increases his defense, so that's handy. And Zhu Jun I've just given rally to because he doesn't have a unique tactic, and that boosts his assault some, makes him do more damage. There are alternative candidates. I mean, if we look at Zhu Jun's officer himself, the officer Zhu Jun, 70 intelligence, I could give him disorder. It wouldn't be terrible, it wouldn't be incredibly potent, but disorder is always good. I could give him Jia to lower the enemy morale. I will give that some thought, but odds are he's going to die in 2 years anyway, so I'm not going to invest heavily in him, unfortunately. And further unification against us, which again I think works in our favour, as Liu Bei becomes more of an obstacle to Cao Cao. And the more challenges there are for Cao Cao, the more pressure it relieves from us. No volunteers yet. Look at that. Zhang He is about to be cut off and having his unit destroyed by Xu Huang by the looks of it. It's an attempt at assault, but the AI seems to be atrociously bad at attacking across this river. Liu Bei now has a medium-sized faction. He is in a position to rival Cao Cao, and it looks like he's expanding south, so Liu Bei could be thinking this is the opportunity to make a move against Yuan Shu. So Cao Cao has all the luck. And I think this, ooh, look at that, 10 gold for 80 supplies. This is my opportunity to empty the treasury. Well, not even really emptying it, but spending money to buy all the supplies I will need. I am being overly cautious with the troops I need because Cao Cao can and will overwhelm Luoyang from my practice runs, just based on his quality of officers. If the wrong combination of officers come out, like this is the army I would not want to see. They will simply have so inflated stats that I won't be able to win that battle of attrition. So I need to keep Luoyang defensive to minimise the number of assaults, and with some luck to only provoke weaker units, but that can't really influence. Looking at Chang'an and our opportunities to attack west, we have to be careful with where we attack. So first of all, we have Cao Cao in Wan to the south, who is going to take the Wu Gate eventually, and once the Wu Gate falls, we have another border with Cao Cao, which is a problem. However, to complicate matters, even though the duet is quite split, there is the wild card of Ma Teng, and these two cities aren't as easy to attack as may appear at first. So Tian Shui here, quite low on troops, but if we look at the path to attacking the city, we only really have Shangui, and Shangui is reinforced by 5 neighbouring corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can take these 2 on the way to Tian Shui, which would lower it to 3, but that still leaves Tian Shui's attack path is very, very risky. They'll have some strong units attacking, even if the officers themselves aren't particularly good. We do have Jia Xu, we do have Shanji with arrow formation. These units can do quite a bit of damage even if the officers aren't particularly good. Now Anding itself is easier to attack. If I go north and I swipe Beidi, in fact I'll zoom in a bit so I actually have the names in front of me. If I can swipe Beidi, move to Qi and take Yinpan, Anding is fairly vulnerable. And if I take Yumi beforehand as well, that gives me a little bit of safety moving to Qi if I start with Beidi and Yumi. He'll only have 2 supporting areas. However, in Anding, there are the Qiang officers, all five of them, and if the AI decides to deploy them together, especially if I'm in the mountains in Beidi, but even if I'm in Qi, they can do a lot of damage. So I need to have some level of superiority so the AI doesn't decide to deploy against me until I've got these areas. So I'm going to have to build up troops in Chang'an, hope that Wu Gate doesn't fall too soon, and hope that Ma Teng doesn't mess anything up for me. So there's a lot of big variables. This could take some time, or I could be back quite soon. Let's see how badly this goes for Yuan Shao. Oh, look at that very scary Ganning. Okay, I think this is it for Yuan Shao's offensive. Even if they're having a little silly naval battle, Ganning's going to come along with his water wall, traitor. And we've got Cao Ren and Cao Shi on the way, and Xiahou Dun. We're safe for a little bit as a silver lining. And I might take this opportunity to just build up maybe 2 more arrow towers. Okay, maybe I got a bit overconfident because along comes Xiahou Yuan, who's going to do a reasonable amount of damage to me. But it's not the end of the world because along comes Wu Ji as reinforcements. And maybe the siege weapon support unit, Dushi, because why not? It's a shame she's married because she'd be a fantastic wife for Xu Huang, but if I execute her husband or get him killed somehow, I worry that, as in my Sima Yi campaign, there'll be unintended consequences and she might leave my faction, which would be unfortunate. Surprise attack, that didn't last particularly long because Xu Huang has high war. And there goes Xiahou Yuan's unit. He did 2,000 damage to me. Maybe Chen Gong will decide to set me on fire, as he has a unique tactic that does that. So Wu Ji, move forward. Xu Jun, you do the same. And let's hope Chen Gong decides to take the fight to us and doesn't choose to just run away. Okay, is he coming for us? Yes, he is. So if we get a tactic off, he is through. Yep. His rally didn't do too much, or provoke rather. So that's a little bit of attrition towards Cao Cao's faction, while we still have Factify. Just select our troops this way. Move everyone back into the city. We don't want to get caught into an endless skirmish here, as much as the AI likes to do that. And I think once we've got 30,000 troops, I may choose to deploy from Chang'an. Okay, rather what I'm going to do now, and this is somewhat risky, I am going to send out my main trio, Liu Bei, Zhang Liao and Gao Xun, in arrow formation so they have the mobility. And what I want them to do is to take these 2 areas and just build some fortifications to try and slow down the enemy should they come after us. Cost a little bit of gold, but it's not anything I'm massively worried about. And if we get a little skirmish, then we can erode some of the troops that will help us during the eventual siege. Okay, here comes Ganning into the gate. Yeah, there we are. He's not actually going to deploy against us. He'd be silly to do so. And I'll explain the fortification here. I figured with the camp I can move my officers along and just get them in position to fight here, having the defense buff which lasts a turn or 2. However, thinking about it some more, forts are level 7. I can do something a little silly, having only just built this camp, and I've only just realised now that there is nothing stopping me from just taking that policy temporarily, knocking down this camp and building a fort. I don't think I have the means of having any catapults as I'm only at developed facilities level 8, but that's an option for the future. I messed up, so this will set me back a turn. Fortunately, I caught this now rather than after any battle took place. I am silly. I thought that the fort, pun unintended, had more range than the camp. No, in this game, I'm thinking of Romance 11. In this game, it has from what I recall, it does have a better impact on your defence. I think, though, I could be wrong on that. Either way, I'm going to build some forts. They have more HP. They should, well, they're not actually particularly useful there. 1, 2, 1, 2. No. Okay. Well, 1 fort anyway might be mildly useful. Is there anyone I can build down here? There is not. I couldn't build anything there. Okay, I think I leave this as is for now. Okay, it looks like Cao Cao is going for the Wu Gate, even if it's a bit of a hodgepodge army. Wonder if they're coming for me there. The AI doesn't seem to think so, but I don't know if they're going for the Wang Gate. No, it can't be if they've deployed from Xuchang. Well, it looks like we're running out of time then, so these officers are going to have to retreat back into the city. I'm going to have to try and take the fight to Anding, I think. In case I haven't explained yet, I may have done, though I'm not entirely sure. The reason I don't want the Wu Gate to defend from is that the Wu Gate only has one positive adjacency for me, which is Shang, so these units attacking the gate will actually be quite powerful. You can see here this nobody has 1,000 assault and defence, as does this guy, but if along comes a Cao Cao or a Xiahou Yuan or a Hong Zhong or a Gan Ning, big trouble. So I would prefer not to try and reinforce the gate and instead fight across this area here, which is easier to manoeuvre around. So, Cao Cao is actually choosing to empty the Hulao Gate in his efforts to defend against Yuan Shao. I think we're just experiencing the turn of the year. Quite possibly. Yes, we are. I don't think any officers spawned for us in 194, sadly, so we'll just carry on as is. Being aware that the Wu Gate, in parts of the AI's inability to deploy to defend it, arrow formation behind the gate isn't doing anything, we'll be able to really meaningfully impact here. The AI won't be able to defend this Wu Gate, but I am at 33,000 troops, so my plan, if I've got enough troops to do so, 8,000, yeah, that should be enough. So my plan here is, as usual, Diao Chan in reserve with Yanxi. Gao Shun I've taught Inflame and Rally to. Zhang Liao can have Disorder. I am going to send these guys here, while Zhang Zhe goes for Beidi. The reason being, I do not want to get caught in the battle in the mountains in Beidi, so I'm going to try and see if the AI are going to come out and fight me. If they don't, I will be able to surround the city at my leisure. If they do come out for me, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So far, the AI isn't taking the bait, which is a good sign. It makes Qi an area we can approach. See, this army is particularly strong if I stay in formation. So, what I will try and do, of course, is stay in formation, which is something that can be difficult to do on the march, especially with Lu Bu's reckless trait. But all it means is moving slowly so that your supportive units can stay behind you. Cao Cao is bleeding troops here, which is, well, very slowly bleeding troops, but regardless, he's taking damage he would need to take, which only works in our favour. And I'm hoping this will give us an opportunity to take Chang'an before he decides he wants in on the action. As I have the money to spare now, I'm going to perform a slight upgrade to my army. We've got Zhang Liao here with 1285 assault and defence. I am going to marry him off to Diao Chan. And through that, he now has an additional 100 assault and defence. So, a bonus for nothing, as Diao Chan is going to be in our army for the gorgeous trait, a unique tactic, and a confidant boost with Lu Bu, along with the instrumentalist trait. It's possible that I'm wrong, but I think Jia Xu is coming to attack my army here, possibly with the likes of the forces of Anding. So I'm going to build a camp here. Oh, that's actually quite a convenient place to build it, as it doesn't affect my formation. Naturally, Liu Bei is going to rush off ahead, as he usually does, but for now we are going to just build this camp and wait to see how the battle unfolds. Okay, he is coming for us, it looks like, so what I'm going to have to do is try and predict Liu Bei's reckless march, as well as anyone can. Not always easily done, but that may very well work. Ironically, there are no units coming out of Anding, so Liu isn't taking the bait. Huh? That was a mistake then. Liu Bei's just out of range of being provoked. This is the most... Okay, so I want you to go there, and I suppose I want you to finish off the camp, really. But I think the AI is going to deploy now, especially that there's a battle on the outskirts, so Langshe, you surround the city, and we will do our very best to win this battle. Okay, so the AI is still not deploying. Cao Cao's taking a little bit of damage, but nothing that we can't absorb. Lots of locusts. And a plague in Anding as well. Oh. Well, in which case I'm going to go back and finish off the camp. I'm a bit worried they'll go for Zhang, but if they do deploy out of the city for Zhang, it means instead of retreating back in, they'll come and fight us here. So it might be a sacrifice we need to make, unfortunately, for Zhang. And there's no surround and conquer in this city that I can see anyway. So we just have to do what we're doing here. Oh, look at that, a duel. That's not going to go well for Jia Xu. Please do not execute him. Please do not kill him. Please do not kill him. That's okay. Didn't capture him. That's very, very unfortunate. Very arrogant. So, with that out of the way, I suppose I can build potentially another camp here. Yes. And Liu Bei can get on the flank. I'm somewhat surprised they're still not deploying for me, but this may be the turn they do. Okay, that isn't good. Zhang is going to get caught out, but not for the reason I thought he is. Not captured. There we are. That's okay. Tian Shui's been emptied though. That's amusing. Anding's garrison is staying inside the city, and Tian Shui's garrison is emptying itself to try and defend Anding. What this will mean is Ma Teng may decide Tian Shui's looking attractive, and he may go for it. Luoyang is still safe. The Wu Gate has fallen. We may need to send reinforcements over to Chang'an at some point soon. Let's hope we can get the city before then. There he comes, and there goes Liu Bei's act of aggression. However, this is a little risky, as the city may now decide to deploy. I keep saying this, I keep expecting it to happen. It will eventually happen. I'll move Cao Cao's over there just in case. Okay, still no army. Well, this should do some damage. There we go. It's quite nice when that happens. Not something you can always count on, but I think that's it for the Tian Shui reinforcements. So, no time like the present. I'm not going to risk How should I put this? I'm not going to risk getting a siege weapon. We'll just have to attack this city the old-fashioned way. Okay, things I did not predict. He's not attacking. Still. So, I think in 5 turns or so, this city will fall. Unless they do deploy last minute, I'm going to get Diao in position so she's correctly buffing up Zhang Liao. He may get his disorder trait off on the city. And after that, I think it's a done deal. Okay, here we go, they're out. And they are out in force. But they're not out with particularly capable officers. There we go. There's 1 down. There's 2 down. 3 down. The chain tactics aren't always... the tactics aren't always activating when I want them to, but when they do, it's definitely very effective. Cao Xu, are you okay? Do I need to... Yeah, we're okay. Okay, we are doing damage. Oh, look at that, he's trying to get to my support units. However, is he going to die before that happens? Cao Xu is challenging him to a duel. We don't appreciate him going for our young ladies, so he is captured. Brilliant bodyguard work. That couldn't have gone better. So I'm very happy with this result now. And with Tian Shui weakened, we are still in a very precarious situation, but we are on the cusp of being safe. And there goes the city. It's only a small city, not too much of a challenge. We'll release Liu Bei. And... well, they're still too loyal to join us, but we'll get them in the future, hopefully. Ma Teng is coming for Anding, not for Tian Shui. That is very, very disappointing, but not entirely unexpected. So the 2-front war becomes a 3-front war. Ma Teng is retreating because he sees that there is quite a large army in Anding, and he's decided he doesn't actually want anything to do with that, quite understandably. So we are now... we're stuck, really, I think is the only way I can put it. I think I have too many troops for events now. Yep, 60,000. So I have 30,000 troops in Luoyang, 10,000 in Chang'an, 18,000 in Anding, and there are 10,000 Tian Shui and 26,000 in Wu Wei. So what do I do here? The answer seems to be to attack Tian Shui, but I can't pull troops out of Anding to do so. I haven't got enough troops in Chang'an to do so, and I am still very worried about making Luoyang vulnerable, but I think I'm going to have to take a gamble. So I am going to take 10,000 troops out of Luoyang to Chang'an and hope I can use that to make a move on Tian Shui. Just recruited Fan Chao. He was clearly that impressed by Cao Xun's duel that he's decided to join me. Too bad he's an entirely worthless officer, but we are lacking for officers, so we'll take them worthless or otherwise. So Liu Bei and Cao Cao have started their war, and Zhang Fei, I'm hoping, will help me out by relieving some of the pressure. Look at that, Cao Cao fighting Yuan Shao in the Yellow River. That is very silly of you, as all of your advantages as Cao Cao are melting away if you do that. But our advantage, because this takes pressure off against these two cities, and oh look, Cao Cao's going for Xinyi. And so is Kong Chou. Liu Bei is squeezed between Xinjiang, Yuan Shu and Cao Cao, so he's probably going to fall. And we have got to hope these units are going for Tian Shui and not Anding. You'd think the AI would target the city of 11,000 troops and not the city of 22,000 troops, but you really never know. You know what? It looks like he could be coming for me. What do you say, Ma Teng? Does the AI pop-up tell me they're deploying for Anding? Yes, because why would they not? Okay, that makes things a little bit more interesting, and again that unification helps Liu Bei, helps me, doesn't help the enemies of me, and look, they've all just failed to attack the city, and now Liu Bei has it's Kong Zhou's faction now. Well, now Kong Zhou has Luoyang and Chen Dao, and a more powerful enemy to his south. So, Cao Cao's diplomacy not going too well. Liu Bei, however, seems to be doing reasonably well. So, let's have a look. I'm leaving my city empty, but I think this is a risk we can handle. So, you just get here. And no, wait, no. Ma Chao seems to be going for Tian Shui. The AI was mistaken. They aren't attacking Anding. They've changed their mind, evidently. Okay, Senjan and Yuan Shu's alliance has ended, so that throws the dynamic a bit up in the air of the southeast. So with that alliance over, let's have a quick look. Yuan Shu is now likely to end up in... oh wow. Chai Sang's looking vulnerable. Well, Yuan Shu is probably eyeing up Chai Sang and thinking, hold on, I've got plenty of troops in Jianyi. And Liu Bei is quite weak to my north. I can sweep in and take Chai Sang. And he may even do that. But he's also stretched quite thin. Kong Zhou, however, now seems to be quite the major player. If we look at his number of troops, 89,000. He's got more than me, more than Cao, more than Sun Jian. He might now be the strongest force in the Central Plains. Yes. Yes, he is. Okay, well that's amusing how that's worked out. Okay, they're turning around. I actually don't know what Ma Teng is doing. Maybe he is coming for me. The AI says he is no longer doing so. I could only guess, really. Now, with 23,000 in Chang'an, I could send over another 2,700. That would take me up to 25. If I can deploy 20, that might be enough to take the city, and hopefully not persuade Cao to attack me. Nope, false alarm. Ma Teng and Ma Chao are attacking me, so I have yo-yoed my officers back and forth, and once again we are sending you back up north to deal with Ma Teng. But Ma Teng doesn't have too many troops in reserve, so if I can eliminate this army, then it's not a particularly strong army, though Ma Chao can be quite scary and you'll beat anyone but Liu Bei in a duel. If I can wipe out this army, then I should be able to move on to Tian Shui without too much of a risk. Okay, he's attacking my camp. Oh, look at that. That's a very weak Ma Teng compared to the terror I'm about to unleash on him. So Zhang Liao, Liu Bei, Gao Xun, off you go. Have I got enough for 7,000? Yes, I do, just about. With those two in reserve as always. In fact, I won't use Inflame because they have quite high stats. I'll use Rally just to get some additional damage. And I might even use Disorder as they have quite low intelligence, while Zhang Liao is quite high intelligence. So, Liu Bei needs to go there, Zhang Liao needs to go there, Gao Xu needs to go here, Diao Chan needs to go here, Yan Xi needs to go here. We don't want to be too clumped because Ma Chao does have one of those AoE damaging tactics, but let's see what happens. Okay, everyone, off you go. Liu Bei's there. He's taking 10 damage, 3 damage now. And Ma Chao has got into a duel with Gao Xu, and that is not good, because Gao Xu cannot stand up against Ma Chao. Oh, he beat Ma Chao. What am I talking about? Gao Xu is the MVP. I am completely mistaken. And Liu Bei is now coming along and thinking, oh, Ma Chao, what's the great big deal about him? So let's watch this one. China's two finest duelists, I think, as far as the game's concerned. Maybe Zhang Liao and Bornu. Oh, there we are. I cannot believe... And we've got him captured. Oh, he's not going anywhere. With Ma Chao in high prison, Ma Teng is no threat at all. Ah, oh, Zhang Liao, get in there. Everyone get in there. We cannot let Ma Teng escape. That was beautiful, Cao Xu. Beautiful. Charge. Oh, no, he's going to try and escape. Please don't let him. Please don't let him. Please don't let him, Liu Bei. Use your tactic. There we go. Oh, Liang's dead. Okay. He's got dash, he's going to try and retreat, but Liu Bei is Liu Bei. I'm going to hopefully prevent him from retreating. Everyone else can go back in the city, of course. That couldn't have gone better. And if we look at Liu Bei's recruitment potential, 1,000 a turn. That's still quite good, but so is Tian actually. But even I have 1,200, and I'm not getting the buffs from the AI, or 651 in Luoyang, but still, I'm very, very, very happy with the result. And this is just the cleanup. And they got a nice little bonus to my leadership for that, though Cao Xu deserved it. I think we can even take Wu Ji back after that. Not a bad reward. Do I even care? Oh, I suppose. I suppose. And that was an overwhelming victory if there ever was one. And I think we might be okay to attack from Chang'an now, once everyone gets back in. And it was inevitable, but Xu Jun's not going to be with us for too much longer. It is... Oh, look at that. So... Cao Cao is coming for us. Cao Cao himself. So Xu Jun is going to go out with a bang. I'm not going to give him too many troops for obvious reasons, knowing what we know about his lifespan now. But let's hope we can give him a nice little send-off. I didn't end up needing him in this campaign, though I have in others, so I am a bit disappointed. But Xu Jun, you were there as a emotional support almost. You will be missed. So Liu Ji, do I? No. So Liu Ji, Xu Huang, Xu Jun, and Du Shi. I had completely forgotten Fa Chang spawns. Now I really need to recruit him, as he can be for us a 100 intelligence strategist, which would change everything. I cannot believe I'd forgotten he spawned, and if I knew he spawned, I might not even have done that Sworn Brotherhood there. So Fa Chang, don't care what anyone... Oh. I don't care. If we have to take less troops this turn, we have to take less troops this turn. I am going for the recruitment. And while we're at it, we are making a march on Tian Shui. So 7,000 Cao Xu, new legend, 7,000. Rally and Inflame, Implacable Liao and Disorder, and then just Heaven's Warrior. So the Vanguard, they obviously go here, and we will fight a battle with the odds against us, but one we should be able to win regardless. I have, I suppose, Fan Chao, who can go out in arrow formation, and he can try and take the mountain for us. Tian Shui is very difficult to attack, but there aren't too many troops left in Tian Shui, so I think we should be okay. Here we are. Come on, Cao Cao. You wanted to attack, so oh, there's Xu Shu, there's Dian Wei. No, come on. No. 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 Oh, that failed completely. Xu Chun, you will be missed. Just don't die before this battle ends. As Cao Cao sending some very, very scary officers. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, that helps a great deal. No, no, no. He's going to be a stubborn one. Now, Zhu Chu can do a lot of damage to Lu Ji and he can get in duel, so I am a bit apprehensive. But I'll be less apprehensive if Fa Cheng joins us. Oh, looks like he's retreating. No? Oh no, he's just going into range of all the towers. Still not joining us. Still not joining us. Fortunately, with Cao Cao going alone at first, that made it a lot easier for us. Ma Teng wants Ma Chao back, and there's absolutely no way I am giving Ma Chao back willingly. Oh, look at that, 1700. Now, Xu Huang, you're not going to be able to do this, are you? Yes, you are. I am underestimating my officers. And that helps tremendously. Too bad Diao Chan's in the field because she would be perfect for recruiting. But, oh, there goes Cao Cao. Okay, this is getting scary. Let's not get overconfident here. We could lose this. Cao Cao changes everything. So I need to get Cao Ren out of here as quickly as possible. Okay. Gao Xun there. Zhang Liao here. Build up this area. God, that's embarrassing. So, Fa Cheng, you would help us so much if you would kindly join us. So please do. In fact, if you can build a camp, Lu Bu will get to work on building a camp. That would go a great deal towards helping us as well. Okay. Oh, there we are. We needed this joint tactic. Brilliant, all three of them. This gives Xu Huang some extra defense, which he'll need as he's now frontlining. We got Fa Cheng. Ah, that is brilliant. We got Fa Cheng. Okay, Xu Huang, Xu Chu. Okay, Ma Chao's out. That didn't last as long as I wanted it to. Okay, so Xu Huang, back yourself back up. Straight away, Fa Cheng, you will be our strategist now. You are going to get an immediate promotion. And you're going to get rewarded. And do I have anything I can give you? No, because Lu Bu's out in the field. Disorder, that's not good, as Cao Cao is provocative, but it's already worn off. Good on you, Xu Huang. Famed mirror in action. It lowers the capability of disorder. Now we wait for Cao Cao's army to funnel in. And we hope to hold back the tide. Okay, I didn't unpause in time, but we've got all sorts of things happening. Not to worry, another chain tactic will clear this all up. 2 down. Move on in there, Cao Cao. You know you want to. He's throwing them at us, but we are beating them back. In apart thanks to the siege weapon. So maybe if I move everyone back a little bit, he can throw himself at the city if he wants to, but I think we can maybe get some benefit out of this fort. Over here we can't attack the city while they have 4 surrounding areas, so I'm just having my units effectively snake around and weaken the city enough that I can move up. Okay, shift up, shift up. Defeated. Not what I needed, but we don't always get what we want, unfortunately, so how about this? Lu Ji move south, Xu Huang stay there, repair the arrow tower, wait for Zhu Chu to come back to reinforce. Up west, I'm feeling very nervous, if I'm being completely honest, but we are taking it slow. Okay, there you go. Just in time, there's Cao Cao gone, and Zhu Chu is going to come and meet the same fate, I should imagine, doing a little bit of damage to Zhu Chu. If I say a little, I mean 1400. We just have to hope he doesn't get in a duel with us, but if it happens, it happens. Yu Chi will hopefully make short work of this arrow unit, and then that battle, I think, can be concluded as one. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's what I like to see. Yu Zhang is going out on a bang. We fought off Cao Cao's horde, and that really was a horde of units, and we've won. We've taken a fair amount of casualties, but enough that I don't think Cao Cao has it in him to launch an immediate assault with what he's up against elsewhere. So that was an important win. I mean, if we look, Luoyang is still after the. I think, how many wounds have we got? Got quite a few. We're going to be well over 20,000 troops by the time the wounded have recovered. I am very, very, very happy with that result, and I think I'm going to move my new strategist Fa Cheng over in anticipation of the next assault, as he does have vantage ground, I believe, which should come in handy. So, I'm going to take these areas back. Preparation for the next assault, which undoubtedly will come within the foreseeable future. And time is flying by, we're already in 195. And I think I'm... oh wow. I didn't see that happening. Lu Bu did Lu Bu things and marched off. But we can handle it. Let's get that camp finished up. Only 2 areas left surrounding Tian Shui, soon to be 1. So I think the assault is soon. Okay, okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. They're actually going to defeat Lu Bu. That's incredible. Okay, okay. I really was not expecting that. With Lu Bu down, can we still defeat them? That is the question. I don't think we have much of a choice. We can get the camp prepared at least. I am amazed that happened. Why is this not Wang Yang? Why are you at Chen Kang? Oh, fair enough, that's an area I took as well. At least Ma Teng hasn't got enough troops to attack the city, and we are safe here. Well, as safe as we can be, really. Have we got enough? No, I don't think we have enough troops to... Yep, maybe we do. Maybe this is the opportunity. While Wan is occupied, we deploy for Tian Shui with everything we have. Okay. Oof. Cao Xu, you're going to have to continue being our MVP. And there's a duel. Speaking of MVP, Cao Xu, I am definitely going to get you a weapon at the next opportunity with all these duels you've been winning. There we are. That weakens him massively. Okay, so with that, Liu Bei, are you wounded from that embarrassing defeat? Yes, you are, so you are still going to have to come out and just do your thing. This is the only window we have while Cao Cao is tied up, so I'm going to go all in and commit. Oh, look at that. He deployed and then was immediately obliterated by Zhang Liao. That surprise attack just bounced off Zhang Liao. And there we are. Tian Shui is defeated. Well, there's still the city there, but I don't think the city will be enough. So, move, move, move. No time like the present, Liu Bei. You do your thing and storm down here. Tian Shui will have no areas left to support it next turn. And we should be able to take... Oh, it's a medium city now. It leveled up. Okay, well, we can still do it. I believe. I believe. In fact, I could probably send 9,000 of these troops back down to Chang'an just as a precautionary measure. Here we go. The handing over of the intelligence item. 2 Farcheng, 100 intelligence officer now at my command. Wu Ji is a little upset by that, but because he has sworn brothers, I don't think he'll do too much about it. And there's not really anything I want to teach him at this point, so Wu Ji will just have to deal with it. Okay, here we go. Little bit of damage to the city, not too much, not too little. I just need to get Diao Chan in reinforcement range of Zhang Liao because he's taking a lot of damage. Speaking of being in reinforcement range, Liu Bei should be here soon as well. This could be fun. Let's see if that'll work. Disorder, that is very frustrating. If Zhang Liao could use his own disorder, speaking of which, perfect timing, and Liu Bei will come here very soon to finish off the city. So everyone, attack, attack, attack. Can you do fire attack? Yes, and we have fire attack thanks to Fa Cheng and Zhu Jun, soon to be gone, at level 9. Oh, there we are. So it's doing 14 damage, 19 damage. I just don't understand the point of fire attack, but there, the unattended home ploy didn't work, but it never does. There really isn't really any need. This city's just about to fall. And it fell before Zhu Jun died, so couldn't have hoped for a better result. 34 officers in here, they're about to become mine. Oh, I'm going to take some more damage. The sword is worn off. The cure comes in handy. And there we go. Li Jue's faction is toast. And we have the Qiang as a potential ally as well. So we're going to hire as many people as we can, which is only 3. And then everyone else goes into prison. So I'll do the hiring off camera now, as there's not really a huge amount of fun watching me manually click hire, hire, hire on all the different officers. But what I will do, to the Qiang, how much gold do I have? I'll go send them 3,000 gold. Do I have a special envoy? No, I thought I did. Oh, he's the best one for it, obviously. So we're going to go give the Qiang some friendship. And to reassess now, thanks to that incredible defense we pulled off at Anding, Ma Teng's force was obliterated. He slowly recovered, however, he's still only sitting at 17,000 troops. Meanwhile, we have 20,000 here, and even what's about to be, I think, about 16,000 there that can be used to deploy against Wu Wei. So that in the next episode, that will be a formality, more or less. And then we'll have the Ma family as a third army to defend our frontier. Chang'an will no longer be in peril. We will probably say goodbye to Zhu Jun in the last episode, but we saw some exciting action towards the end. And I think the next episode we may even be able to progress towards Hancheng, maybe. Don't know if we will, but and that will bring us into the firing range of Liu Mao. I didn't actually look at him because it's not Liu Zhong, as in this scenario Liu Mao hasn't been. I think he was killed by Zhang Liao, perhaps? Or was he killed as a hostage by the Han government? Oh, he died of illness. Never mind. He was in the imperial court, however. He didn't last too long. Delicate. He's actually worse than Liu Chang. That's unbelievable. Fame as well. Gosh, what a horrible officer. A horrible ruler. Well, that's very unfortunate for the Shu region. Looking at elsewhere in the map quickly, Sun Jian is consolidating Jing. He doesn't have enough officers to go around. Oof, that's brutal. He's actually looking awfully like Shi with his poorly concentrated amount of officers. So Sun Jian is a bit of a paper tiger. He's got a very, very strong army when it's manned, but he has spread himself far too thin, and he doesn't have the officers you usually find in the Wu region backing him up, like Zhou Tai, for example, like Chen Wu, well, not like Jiling, that's for certain, or Yuan Yao. Well, they're not out in the field, but they do exist. They're around here somewhere, these officers. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly have, especially towards the end. And I hope to see you in the next one.